I'm Selena. I grew up in Whitby and I've lived in Durham region my whole life. I had a pretty normal childhood. I was in scouts and played a lot of baseball.
1, 2, 3, girls, take it out!
I remember when my mom had cancer, but at the time, that's not what my parents told us was going on. I had no idea what was happening. I just thought she was sick. It never really crossed my mind that it would be something that could affect me. I didn't realize that it could be hereditary. About 2 years ago, I started to think that maybe something was going on. I felt like there was maybe something stuck in my throat and I was trying to swallow it and I just couldn't clear my throat. So I went to see my doctor about it and found out that since I've got a family history of thyroid cancer, that I'd actually be at risk for that too. I had an ultrasound and then had a biopsy, and that's when I found out for certain that it was thyroid cancer. I went to see Dr. Jones for my consultation and she immediately made me feel comfortable. She explained everything that was going to happen with my surgery. She told me she saves time in her schedule for her cancer patients so that they can get the surgery they need as soon as possible. I think that was the first time I was ever called a cancer patient and the first time I realized I even was one.
When someone's first diagnosed with cancer, obviously that is the most challenging time for them. You want to impart some hope to them that we're all very hopeful that the outcome will be positive, and also just recognize that it's all new to them. For Selena's case, her thyroid cancer turned out to be a little more high risk than we had originally thought. She had half of her thyroid removed, but her final pathology showed that it was a widely invasive thyroid cancer that had spread to multiple lymph nodes.
Pretty quickly after my surgery, things got back to normal. I was able to play baseball, go back to work, and I wasn't too concerned about my follow-up appointment. I figured everything was going to be just fine. The news I got was something that hit me like a ton of bricks. The cancer was a little bit more aggressive than they were expecting, and I'd actually need a second surgery to remove the rest of my thyroid that was left behind. I had to figure out a way to tell my family that we were going to be going through this all over again. My mom was such a huge support for me. She knew exactly what I needed, but I'm sure it wasn't easy for her to watch me go through the same thing that she did. It's neat to see that things have changed so much since my mom went through this. She had to stay in the hospital. I was able to stay at home. It was nice to just recover in familiar surroundings. The hospital took such good care of me. I don't feel any different. It's just something I had to go through. Not everyone gets that chance.